In this video, I'm talking about the best way to grow your profiles on social media to get more followers. So people say to me, John, I want to really grow more followers. I want to kind of get my profile out there. I want to grow a brand. Well, I want to show you the technique that I personally use to do this. Number one is I always find it much easier to create a following on Facebook first. And then what you want to do, you want to go from Facebook, because in Facebook, you can do something called a Facebook story, right? And then what we want to do, we want to go from Facebook story and we can drive that into our Instagram. Instagram also has IG story. If you don't know what IG story is, it's the ability for you to basically kind of give people an in-depth, more of like a behind the scenes of what's happening in your life. And the great thing about Instagram stories and Facebook stories is you can do things like a swipe up. So I can do a swipe up from Facebook directly to my Instagram account. So now I get followers on here and then I push them through to IG. Now on IG, there are three different types of accounts. You've got your personal account, you have your creator account, then you have your business account. Now, personal account will not have the ability to link. You want to get rid of you want to convert your personal account into a creator or a business account. So when we do this, what happens is we can now have a link directly to, and we push that through to YouTube. Now, once we push them through to YouTube, we go from Facebook, Instagram, link them to YouTube. So now our followers, so let's say we get 100,000 followers here, we might be able to pull maybe 50,000 followers to here, and from here we might be able to pull another 10,000 followers onto here. What we're doing is we're making use of the followers are getting on one platform, and then from YouTube we want to then drive them to LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is now the new social media platform, which basically it used to be a place for CV. And the great thing about for LinkedIn, you want to do the collabs, all right? Collabs meaning the collaborations. Why? So with collabs, you can reach people who've got big accounts, have got 1 million followers, and then you want to do a collaboration to go from them to your LinkedIn, YouTube, to your IG, and to your Facebook. And then once you've done that, the next strategy is you want to drive all this into a community. All right. So what sort of communities can you have? You can have a Facebook group. You can have a Telegram channel. So for example, right now you can have a broadcast. You can have a WhatsApp group as well. So you can have links that specifically drive people there. And now once they're actually in those groups, you can also, again, Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups as well. So when you're growing your profile, the idea is to keep the momentum. It's like a little snowball, isn't it? Right? We do one little snowball. The snow starts rolling down the hill, gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So once you're able to do that, guess what? All the followers start compounding, which means you get one follower here that ends up 10 followers there, that ends up 50 followers there. And then what you can do, you take all them followers and do swipe ups on all those platforms to your podcast. So now you're building a following there as well. The whole idea of this is that distribution. And the best one is actually being able to own the data. So ciphering all of the followers onto your list. In the years I've been doing this, I've built a list of 250,000 people, of which around 100,000 of those people are active. So I've pulled those from my followers into my list. So anytime I want, I can, send an email, and I can, have got products or services. For example, if you look at what Alibaba did, if you look at how much Alibaba made in 11/11, they did like over 50 billion in 23 hours, which is insane. Why? They've got a massive database and a massive following and a massive distribution channel. So when you have a distribution channel, one of the best things you can do is by building followers and start getting people directed to specific parts of your products and services that you offer, especially if you have a promotion as well. So hope you found this useful. If you want to build more followers, make sure you use that format. And if you want to check out you can check me out on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, and you're probably watching this on YouTube. But make sure that if you've got any questions as well, you can also leave some questions below. And if you got a lot of value from this, hit that like button, because it'll help YouTube show more of my videos to you. And make sure you hit the subscribe button, or if you're listening on a podcast or you're watching on Facebook or wherever, make sure you subscribe to the platform that you're actually watching this on, so I can share more content with you in the future. All right, it's John Lee, the author of Business Hack. Bye for now.